Hey everybody, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This is Let's Play Tharsis. Now, full disclosure right off the bat, I want to get this out of the way. I did receive a Steam key for Tharsis for free from the developer upon request. I'm looking to possibly push my channel towards more of a variety of content, and receiving codes for games for free from the developer is something that keeps that sustainable rather than me having to pay for just a slew of games. So, I'm of the opinion that I will still be able to keep my opinion my own, but if you are someone who might think that my review of the game or opinion of the game will be tinged by the fact that I didn't have to pay for that, I'm disclosing that information to you right now. Do with it as you wish. Now, moving on from that out of the way, this is Tharsis. It's a game I've been excited about since I saw it. It is a game set in space, featuring a lot of roguelike elements, a pretty neat little story and interplay between characters, and a lot of strategy despite the heavy emphasis on RNG, but we'll get into that. We'll see that soon. So I did already do the tutorial myself, but we're going to redo the tutorial so that you guys can see that. So I'm going to do a new game. And this is our crew that we can choose. Now, you can see here currently we can choose 4 crew members, and we only have 4 options available to us. So we can't even choose 3. So we have to choose these 4, and we can unlock the other members of the crew based on meeting certain criteria, beating the game, harvesting a certain amount of food. Let's not touch that right there for right now. And we're going to start out on normal mode. This game can be pretty difficult from what I understand. So we'll start out on normal and move into hard if we meet the criteria or feel worthy. But we are going to do view tutorial so that I can go through that with you guys and give you kind of a grasp of the game. So let's just go ahead and confirm. We're not going to watch the video tutorial because I believe that links to a YouTube video or some such, and who needs those? Alright, welcome. So this briefing will give you an idea of how to command the crew and utilize functions on the Iktomi. The journey is about halfway over, but it is still useful to have a refresher course. Your ultimate goal is to reach Mars. So here's our ship view. The Iktomi has a staff of 6, however the rest of the crew are busy right now, so we just have Mr. J. Cross here. The ship itself consists of 8 modules, each with its own use. Alright. Ship, the integrity of your ship. So this is our health, essentially, or our overall health for the ship. And we have individual healths, I believe, for our crew members as well. The red marks indicate the amount of damage the events will do. Food keeps crew active by replenishing their dice. So we'll see how much dice come into play here soon. So for each crew member, we have stress on the left-hand side, health, and dice. So stress isn't really explained yet, but dice. This shows how many dice a crew member rolls on their turn. Their available dice decrease by 1 each time that crew member is used. Okay. Events. Reducing the repair value to 0 will remove the event, otherwise the damage will be applied each turn. So that's how many repairs are needed. Hazards. So there are hazards. We'll see those explained in just a second. And end of turn damage. So if we don't repair this module, the ship will take 1 health damage, which is shown here under the impending damage blinking up there at the top left. Movement. Select a crew member first and then click directly on a module. Choose deploy to confirm the movement. Everyone else is busy at the moment, so we'll be sending J. Cross to the pantry where the event is located. Okay? Click there, and click on deploy. So here's our module view. So this is where you specifically direct the crew and get work done. Get that shit done. Rolling. Dice can be used to help the ship and crew. Dice can be rolled again, but rerolls are limited. Let's slap that roll button. Slap that beautiful roll button. Okay, hazards. These represent dangers to the crew if any dice match the indicated number. So we have injury. No injury here, but if we do have an injury dice, that's dangerous. The crew member loses 1 health if you roll that number. Stasis. The rolled die is stuck and cannot be re-rolled. And then void. The die is lost. So these two are really bad. Void especially, I feel like. And then, well, injury too. And then stasis is not good, but you can still at least use the dice. Injury, you can still use the dice as well, but void, it's totally gone. So let's talk about dice for a moment. You know, a lot of people are turned off to this game because it features dice, but I still like it. I think the wearing the RNG kind of on its sleeve is fine with me. I come from a background where I played just a ton of poker as a high school student and college student and beyond. Still occasionally play poker with my friends, and the game of poker is all about, you know, mitigating RNG basically, right? So there's a lot of strategy in poker, but there's a lot of random elements as well. And I would liken Tharsis, you know, to be in a similar vein. You know, there's gonna be bad luck, but the key is what steps you take to minimize that bad luck and maximize the good luck when it happens. All right, so we've got assist 2, the onboard countermeasures to prevent the crew from hazards. Your ship replenishes 1 each turn. So we had 1 assist. It was used on this 3. The 3 would have been in stasis, but instead we could re-roll it if we need to, the 3. So we're going to hit OK here. Repairs. Events are completed when the repair value is reduced to 0, thus preventing harm to the ship or crew. So we place any die here now. Let's just go ahead and place the 1 here. I might do that if it was a real scenario, because you want to use your lowest die because they're the least useful. Use them where you can. So we'll put a 1 there. Class ability, place a die into this slot to activate the effect immediately. Dice must follow the rules indicated to be used. So in this case, because it's the tutorial, they're giving us the freebie. It has to be a 1 or higher, so any die will work here, and that will give us +1 food. Similarly over here, all modules have different capabilities that keep the ship running in good condition. So this is specific to the module. This is specific to the crew member over here. So in the pantry module, we gain food. We actually earn 4 food by placing any die here. And then we have our research section. So this is kind of a collect all, like leftovers sort of thing that you can use at times to give yourself boosts. So for research, each die placed here gains a research point to spend on projects. You spend research points to get an instant benefit. So once you get 4 or 6 points, we could spend them on sedatives, stimulants, or disaster reduction. Obviously that one's expensive because it basically totally repairs a module, most likely. And then if we don't like any of our research projects, we can spend 1 research point and re-roll these as well. So lots of re-rolling. We'll put our 4 down there and finish our deployment. When all crew are used, the game advances to the next turn. So this returns us to the ship view. If we had more crew, we could use them. But instead, we're going to get a meteoroid proximity alert here, which will launch us into the game proper. Okay, well, you know, that repair didn't work out as planned. I would venture. A little cutscene here.
We had prepared for any disaster, for every disaster. Not all of them at once. We can't turn back, but how can we go on?
Okay, so we've experienced a disaster. The meteoroid took out the pantry, so food is gonna be an issue, I would imagine. A cluster of micro-meteoroids have crippled the Ectomi and killed 2 crew. J-Cross, RIP, ejected into space, and Mapia Moosegrave suffered a fatal injury. So we've got 2 dead crew members, 1 gone, 1 present, probably in the medical bay, I think. Your new goal, survive. Okay, so let's assess the situation we've got here. So first, let's take a look at our crew. We've got our doctor, +1 health to crew in module. Now, the important thing to note about this benefit is that it only applies to crew that are already there when the doctor uses her ability. If we do the plus health, that'll be on the left-hand side that you saw earlier. It was like in this area when we were in the module. If we do that before any crew are there, it's useless. It would give +1 health maybe to herself, but not to anyone who arrived after her. Then we've got Pakal, who is our mechanic. He just gives +1 ship. I'm pretty sure that's like always active or something like that. This one is +1 die to crew in module. So again, similar to the doctor, we want that to be applied after other crew have arrived. And then our specialist, which gives +1 reroll. So Allison always has more die than she appears to have. So she's valuable. What we want to do, I believe, is probably health would be good. So let's send... Jean. I'm gonna send Gene to address the meteoroid strike first. The other thing you can look at is what the importance of each module is. But if you send a crew member through an area with an event and to another area, they get -1 health. So the captain can go here or here, but if he travels to any other location, he's going to get -1 health. Similarly, the mechanic could go here, but if he goes here, -1 health. And Allison could only go to this module. Any other module is going to reduce her health. So now let's take a look. What if I deploy you here and just see what this is? Because I don't necessarily want to do this, but what you can do is if you have free resources, free die to spend, you can roll in a module that doesn't have an event, such as our operations module here, and that decreases stress for the active crew member by 60%, or +1 die to the crew in module. We're not going to do that. We're going to take the captain instead to the meteor strike and see what we can do here. Yeah, let's do this. And 2s and 3s will be stasis. We do have our 1 assist ready, though. So the captain gets 4 dice. Let's go ahead and pop a roll here. Okay, a 6 and a 5 is pretty great. We got the 1 assist here on a 3. So we can reroll this 3. We can't reroll this 3. So here's what we can do. If we spend doubles over here, so that's what this equal sign indicates, we'll actually regain 2 dice. So I should do this. And then, honestly, I'm going to spend the 6 and the 5 here. And hit, can I not? Did that not work? Replenish dice? Let's hit finish deployment. What happened there? What? Did that not replenish his dice? I'm very confused. I guess maybe for the next turn? Okay. So, Pakal, I want you to go here. I want you to go here, and I want you to roll as well. So how do you, like, use this? Maybe you just roll, and he'll get more dice? Those are in there. Alright, I'm a little confused, but let's roll with it. Get it? Okay, those aren't in stasis, but they're not great. I mean, we need double 6s to actually get this. However, I think we just re-roll these. A 5 on 2 dice is well below average. We can't use them on the +1 ship here, so let's just roll. That is much better. Very close to being perfect, in fact. How do I hit enter on this? Required. Earn. Yes, I'm aware. We did it. I did what you asked of me. Alright, well. I don't know, so we're going to just move along here. We're going to move here with the doctor because we'll be able to give +1 health to the crew and module, I believe, given a proper roll. Or do we just want to finish the repair? I think we just want to finish the repair. Event complete. So does this then pop? Apparently no. But we finished the event. Alright. That didn't work out as planned, but it'll be alright. We need a 15 to repair. This is technically impossible. So we should spend our dice elsewhere, actually. Well, we can't really spend our dice elsewhere, but we can spend dice on this if we get triples, which isn't possible. +1 reroll. Interesting. I think maybe we just keep rolling, looking for doubles to try to get 2 ship repair. I need a 2. I need a 2. Okay. So we got a 2 and a 4. We're just going to bank those in research points. And we're going to take some impending damage here. Learning as I go, I was hoping that this situation here in the middle would work out a little better, but it sadly didn't.
Things are turning sour. The crew's and my own. But if I can't lead them, we're all dead. I need to get it together.
Yeah, get your shit together. All right, so now we have some choices here. Stress. Stress influences the crew's suggested projects and is increased when they are affected by hazards, injury, void, and stasis. Use the operations module to reduce stress. Okay, important. Choose a side project to perform, but be aware it may have negative consequences. The severity of the choices are influenced by the stress of the crew, so keep them mentally healthy. So we either go... Wait, these all guys all only have 1 die now? Excuse me? I think we need the dice more... No, wait. The food... Food gives them rolls, I think. I think this one is probably better. Let's go with... We need food, and we need it now. When the pantry was destroyed, we lost most of our packaged rations. Additional food can be produced in the greenhouse, but only in small batches. Carefully dole out the limited supplies to those in need. So it'll give +3 dice. Can I see... I can't see the details of my crew. So the doctor was health, the mechanic was +1 ship, and the specialist was +2 rerolls. Let's give to the mechanic and the doctor. Honestly, if I were to ask who was more important, doctor, specialist, mechanic, doctor, and mechanic, in this case, what does specialist even mean? It's such a nebulous title. All right, that is done and done. All right, so destruction imminent. We have a ton of impending damage. That's very, very unfortunate. However, all of these guys in the middle can get to wherever they need to go. So let's look at which one of these is going to be the hardest to solve. So this has higher numbers in stasis and a higher number overall. So this is going to be our hardest module to actually fix. So let's send our mechanic here first. Just throw out a roll right away. What do you got for me? Oh, I thought I had double 6s for a second. So we got 12 right off the bat, but however, I think it's prudent to maybe get some food here. Or should we just go for it? Let's put 10 in here and roll again. And the assist took care of that. We burned our assist, which kind of sucks. And I can't put a 2 in there. I can put a 4. And then I don't think we can do anything with this, really. Let's put a 2 in there, because that's going to be a stasis dice if we come back to this. So that finishes that event. We can use this module if we need to. Can I go to ship info? Yeah, so that's harvest food. So we can use the greenhouse to get some more food if we need to. But for now, we're going to take the captain to deal with the thermal error, because it must be dealt with. Go ahead and throw out your roll, Captain. You only need 8, and you got a shitload of dice. Okay, so we got 2 in stasis. We can't re-roll those, so we'll spend our 1 here. We'll put a 2 here. +1 die to crew and module. I mean, I don't care about that. Let's do our 6 here. And then we're going to put... Maybe we spend... Let's spend some research points to clear this out. +1 health all crew. Seems like a good idea. We'll bolster our health. And then We can get +2 assist later if we need it. For now, we'll just finish the deployment. That event is complete, no problem. Our ship health is not gaining, but we're not losing either. How many dice do you actually have? Does this mean you have 1 die or 1 reroll? I think it means you have 1 die. But let's send you here first, and then we'll send the doctor in after you to maybe give you a heal as well. Alright, let's roll. Yeah, you only get 1 die, but you can re-roll it 3 times. So we don't want a 1, clearly. We don't particularly want a 2, but we can't re-roll it. So the question becomes, do I spend a 2 here? I think I do. I think I'm just going to spend a 2 here rather than put it towards the repair to just chip away. Let's put that 2 there. It's disappointing. But it is what it is, basically. I don't want to take any damage, so we are going to deploy the doctor here as well. And let's roll. So you get 4 dice. 1 ends up in stasis, which sucks. So that's just going to go in there to chip away. Now we need 13 more. If we spend a 4, then we need a roll of 9. Whereas on 3 dice, our average roll is probably... it has a better chance, I think, to be better than this. I'm just going to roll right here. Just like that. Ah! Okay, didn't work out for us. We only got 10. You can look in the bottom corner here to see what you end up with. So we won't die, but we're going to be at 1 health following this here. Put a 3 here. No, undo. Oh, shit. I should have put 2 3s here for 2 ship repair. I'm a fool. What have you done? Oh, wait. Special tool, 7 repair, 1 module. I'm a genius. Saved. Lucky me. Wow. Okay. So we're not going to take any damage.
I let my fear get the better of me, but the others have proven me wrong. I'm proud of how the crew has come together. I think we might actually have a chance.
Ah, some refreshing optimism. So that was a mistake. I should have spent the 2 3s to get ship health back. Instead, I made a mistake, but mitigated it. So that's, you know, it's like making the wrong call on one of the first cards and in Texas Hold'em and then recovering from it later. So the poker analogy extends and continues. Okay, so we got, look, the ship is in a bad way. We need to do something about it. I don't want to have to ask again. This is not bad. +2 ship, -1 dice for us. It's only for these 2. Or... I see it in your eyes and in the way you move. Even when weightless, I can see you moving sluggishly. Everyone needs more rest. +1 dice for us, +20% stress for us. So their stress is not bad. But +2 ship, we need to bolster the ship health. I'm going to choose this, even though it's going to drop some dice. We didn't get any food. We didn't make any food, which is real bad. But we do have to go to the greenhouse, so we may be able to make some more food here. I need an 8. I can't get an 8 with 1 die, unfortunately. I have 1 research point, so that's not really going to help. So we need Allison to probably go and help Pakal in the greenhouse. Because between 4 dice, they might be able to get 16. And then we need these 2 to solve these 2 together, hopefully. So, we will send Jean first to come in here to deal with the air sensor warning. Let's go ahead and throw out a roll. 3 dice. Oh, double 6s, Jean, you goddamn hero. See, what I don't understand is regain dice, replenish dice for the active crew member. So I get like more dice if I put these 6s in here, but they're 6s. I don't want to spend them that way. I think instead, we're going to put a 6 and a 4 up here, and then a 6 here, and see what happens. See, does that not give me anything? I thought it would give him another die, but I guess because there aren't any other crew in the module, it doesn't work that way. Still a little unclear on that. Need to clarify going forward for sure. All right, Doctor, your turn. You are going to deal with the MPD failure. Multifunction parameters display and overload to the input controls is limited access to receive data. Simply put, you can't scroll the page. All right. So this is our first encounter with Void here. So if we roll a 1, it's just going to disappear. So we definitely want to avoid rolling a 1 if possible. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, well, we got our assist, so it didn't actually disappear. But a 1 is practically valueless. But we should put it here. We're going to put our 1 and our 4 both up here and finish our deployment. And then now, unfortunately, we're going to have to send our specialist here most likely. But I want to see if our mechanic can solve the CCC leak first, because if he can't, that's more important because it's 2 damage. So let's deploy here. So a 1 gives us 3 injuries, or every 1 gives us an injury up to 3. Scary as hell. Okay. All right, we rolled a 2, and a 3, so we don't have to worry about it. But then again, that's also a really bad roll. So I want to roll all 3 again. I'm just scared of those 1s. All right, we did not roll any 1s. We got a little bit better roll, but it wasn't good. It's so bad, in fact, that I actually am gonna not spend anything here, because if I spend it, I only get 9, which means I have to roll a 7 with 1 die on my remaining crew member, which is impossible. So instead, what I'm going to do is put a 2, a 3, and a 4 all down here, and use the repair arm to get +3 ship. No, I can't, but I can if I just put the specialist's 1 die here if she rolls a 1 or a 6. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I think that is right, though. I think that's what we're going to do. Now, we need a 1 or a 6 for that to actually work over here. Or we could go after the MPD fail, which only needs a 4 to solve. I think we're going to go here, though. She gets 3 rolls. Yes! Oh, that was perfect, too, because it's not an injury roll. Perfect. So we go here. And then we use the repair arm to get our ship up. We're going to take the 3 damage, but we actually gained as a result of this, I believe. So you notice that, you know, this is all... Hold on.
Your food store, and it looks grim. We lost more than half our supplies with the module. If we don't find some creative solutions, we'll starve before we ever reach Mars.
Creative solutions to food. Okay, so... You notice that this is all making the best of horrible situations, right? Like, there's nothing good here. We need food and we need it now. Minus 30% stress. I think we need food and we need it now still. With limited supplies on aboard, it is unclear if we can maintain our strength for a long trip to Mars. There is another option. The body of Mapia is still in the medical bay and has been well preserved. What's more important, the mission or our humanity? Listen, I'm not going cannibalism yet. We got this. We're going to give +3 dice to... Allison, because she gets an extra reroll, I think. We are not gonna cause stress or give food to anyone at this point. We're not gonna go cannibal quite yet. Okay, so the CCC leak and the MPD fail were persistent. I'm gonna keep Kayla Jones here to deal with the MPD fail. And we're probably gonna use Allison immediately to try to deal with the CCC leak here. You know what? Since we have our assist, let's do that first to try to avoid an injury. Let's deploy in the greenhouse here. And... we are gonna... Let's see, we've got triples. We could use this to harvest food. Oh, that would give us 2 food. That's pretty good, but we need to avoid taking this damage. Honestly, I think I'm just going to reroll these, even though we have the triples and the food might be nice. We need to get rid of this risk to our ship. So that was our assist burned. We got a 5 and a 6 here. And honestly, I think we spend our 3. And all we have to do is roll a 2 or higher here. Just not a 1. Oh, bouncing on the 1. Scary. Okay. Repair complete. Event complete. That's awesome. Our specialist done for the turn. This would be -1 health, all O2 filter damaged. Okay, we do need to deal with that. Let's work with Kayla here first. This has a void. She only gets 1 die. She just has to roll a 4 or higher. Ah, it's a 3. Okay. Roll again. And there's our void. Shit. Okay, well, that is just done. We failed there. This loses all of us health, but not actually affect the ship. I'm tempted to just, you know, go for it, but to just let it go. But instead, we're gonna deploy the captain here. And immediately we get double injury to the captain. So we're gonna do that. And roll again. Okay, he rolled a 6. That's nice. We're gonna put that 6 up there. Finish deployment. And then our mechanic. Honestly, I think maybe he takes the health damage to try to save the ship from a damage here. So let's deploy the mechanic down here for the MPD fail. Throw out his roll. High numbers, please. All right, perfect. So we got a 4. And then we can do a 6 in here to give us +1 ship. And finish deployment. All right. Not amazing, but we're hanging in there. 7 weeks left to Mars.
A transmission arrived. Not from Earth, but from Mars. From Tharsis. An impossible signal from an impossible source. Is this what we're searching for? Who's transmitting this signal? Was there another mission to Mars? One sent before ours? Or is the message coming from someone else?
Was there another mission before us? There's a message coming from Mars. Mysterious. Here we go. Good thing the med lab has plenty of stimulants. Let's do it. +1 dice, -2 ship. That seems like a bad idea. Yeah, considering we have 3 ship. +1 health for all crew. -1 dice for us seems like the better choice, unfortunately. And I don't want to go cannibal. So we're going to say finish. Okay. 21 seems scary. The antenna mask needs to be dealt with. We're going to try to deal with these 2 and then maybe have the specialist roll in here. Let's send the... Let's send the doctor in here first. What do you got for me, Doc? Alright, so that's a stasis. That sucks, but it got assisted, so we'll roll again, which gives us a 3 instead, which gets stasis again. And now we can't fix this module in 1 roll, I don't believe. So I think, honestly, instead we'll put it there. And send the mechanic in here. Go ahead and throw out a roll. What do you got? You got a 6, which is better. So we got options here. We can reduce stress. We can give +1 ship, which always seems like a good idea. I think that is what we will do. So let's finish that deployment. That's all we could do in that module, so we'll basically cancel out that damage. Now, our captain. Maybe our captain goes here to try to save the -2 health all, but what are the chances of getting a 21 when you can't roll a 1, a 3, or a 6 without getting injured and you only have 2 health? I think honestly the better thing is to go in here. Roll those beautiful dice. We somehow managed to avoid a 2 and a 4, so this is actually a great roll. We can solve the module. We can put 2 dice here, but regain dice. Replenish dice for the active crew member. So that would take him from 4 up to the full 5, I guess. It's good to have someone who has those full dice. There's so many options here. So I mean, we could use 1 5 to solve it, put a 5, a 6, and a 1 in the thing, or we could use the, maybe we'll use the 1 and the 3 to solve it. Put double 5s over here, and put the 6 into research projects. Or we could just use the 6 because he only needs 1 die to get to full. Use a 5 to solve it. It's so interesting. Now let's not get if we use the 6 here, use a 5 to solve it, then we get 2 dice down here, right? A 1 and a 5. I guess that is probably better. And then the 3 is just wasted, but that's okay. So let's use a 5 to solve, a 6 here, a 5 down here, a 1 down here, and then the 3 we can put just there. Finish deployment. Alright, we've got our specialist left. Our specialist cannot literally, well, I mean, here literally could roll a 10 or higher, but that's very unlikely. So I think instead we're going to send our specialist, we're lacking in food. We need more dice. So we're going to send our specialist to the greenhouse to roll to try to harvest some food here. Or to just do this. It's probably better. And then we'll finish deployment. We'll use that next turn. So we're going to take 2 damage here. And we lost a crew member.
That suit, it's designed
We
for
lost the captain.
Nobody has them but us. So who are they? And where did they get them?
So this is likely the beginning of the end. We lost the captain because I didn't keep a close enough eye on his health. If I have to sift through some buggy code one more time, I'm going to smash my fist through the monitor. Solve these so work doesn't get lost. +2 assist, -1 ship. What's our ship at? Our ship is at 2 health. Only 2 impending damage, though. With a little extra work, maybe I can get some work done so I can work without getting hurt. Okay, so +1 assist, +10 stress for all crew. I think maybe I'll actually go with this. I don't want to go cannibal. We're not going cannibal. We're holding strong on the no cannibal rule. We are so dead. So impending damage is now 7. We are so dead. We gotta go +1 die all crew. And then we deal with just whatever is most likely to kill us. So let's take Pakal in here first. Throw out a roll. He rolls a 3 and a 4. So we're just going to re-roll that. We want to get just above the 10 right off the bat. So probably spend our 5 here and our 3 here. And then do the quick patch. Just trying to mitigate the damage as much as we can. Did I not spend his other... I think I did to do. I did +2 ship there, right? I don't know. All right, you. It's more important to put out the large fire. Send you here, even though it's going to hurt you to do so. We can't roll a 5 or a 6 without taking an injury. Awesome. So even the dice I want are going to hurt me. Yep. Alright. And then Allison, do what you can. Well, you need a 4 and a 4 only to get this and not die. Oh, so close. You tried. 3 repair, 1 module. Almost. So close. Even in space, this stuff is quite handy. Well, we'll patch it. Not that it's going to matter. This is the end, my friends. Everyone's dead. So many explosions. Let's enjoy the fatalistic cutscene, I'm sure. Oh, no cutscene. Okay, so turn survived 600 points. Events completed 16 for 140 points. No human meals. Events remaining, so we got minus 60 because there were still 6 events remaining, and minus 23 because stress was decently high. It's not so bad. We got part of the way through, and that's going to do it for the first episode of Tharsis. So we'll look to improve in mitigating our damage and bolstering our health early, hopefully, in the future. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm really looking forward to playing some more of this game. I want to say, if you liked the video, leave a like or a comment. It always helps me out a lot, and especially so on the first episode of a new series to, kind of gauge your enjoyment and the possible future of a series and that kind of thing. And if you want to see more Let's Play Tharsis videos and other content when it comes out, please subscribe. I'm Accidental Grenade. Thank you so much for watching.